do, y'all? It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of our Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know, I am Junes for the Bantu champ, by blood, not by converge. You know I'm out here to splurge with the what? With the word. Want to give all praise and glory to the Father, for he is worthy to be praised. And yes, we are back with another one. I know I've been gone, the weeks take so long. Sundays usually be my best days. December, the Saturday also be my rest day. And I also come out and bring forth in-depth details, biblical understanding, try to get the people minds right away from this outsider teachings that's been leading us astray, right? But on tonight's episode, on today's broadcast, man, we're going to have a good one. We're going to have to talk about it. But, before I do that, I got to talk about the hood news, right? Let's start off with the temperature. Well, you know how the temperature be, man. The temperature's still gloomy, still grimy, still shady. Dudes is out here wilding, profiling, committing crimes, and scared to do the time. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, and listen, the hood news starts right now, right? And what I'm about to tell you touch close to home because this was in my neighborhood, right? It says one killed in East Flatbush in a quadruple shootings. Let me read this for you guys. One person was killed in a quadruple shooting in Brooklyn. Police arrived at the scene just before 2 p.m. Saturday near East 45th Street and Troy Avenue in East Flatbush. Mind you, this is by my mom's crib. You understand? And I was there, meaning when I see all the police and all the ambulance, these cars was flying down. You know what I'm saying? So I was there, like literally was there, right? It says a 27-year-old woman has been shot in the stomach. One was shot in the leg, and another had been shot in the head. Police say he died at the hospital. Police was seen going in and out of apartment buildings on the corner. The shootings was just steps away from a daycare center. Okay, so I'm saying all of this to say that, or should I say, I'm saying that to say this. You guys better start paying attention, man. I tell you guys this all the time. This is not the time to be on this so-called demon time, man. The angel of death is on the black community, man, and it's running rapid. We're dying for the littlest things. The littlest accident is causing us to lose our lives. People is dying off fender benders. Children is wilding right now. We got children that want to play subway surfing like the stupid ass video games and get their head knocked off. Or some people's falling on the third rail, getting electrocuted. All of these things is happening. Every single day, we're losing someone. Every single day, another situation gets close to home. And this is why I tell brothers and sisters, it's very important that you guys step up. Join the movement. You understand? This is the voice for the voiceless. You must join the movement and not just talk it and support it, be about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's figure out how can we come together. How can myself be a service to you and your community? And how can you be a service unto my community and fix this neighborhood to the best of our abilities? Because from what we're seeing, and for those that have children, if you are a parent, what you guys are seeing is only going to get worse. It's going to get worse because the factory has allowed all productions from every angle to take place and infiltrate and flood your community. And it's happening, it's being done, and they ain't gonna stop until all you niggas is done. You understand me? You understand me? This is serious, people. This is not no joke. This is no longer about, well, it ain't me. I ain't got no time. I gotta worry about myself and mine. It's no more of that. Because one day, if we don't do something, one day somebody will get that phone call from a police officer, and there's only going to be two outcomes. They're going to say your child has been arrested or your child has been murdered. You understand? So this is something I hope brothers and sisters can meditate on. All the glitz and glamour is not gonna mean nothing when your child is hit with the hammer or your child is thrown in the slammer. Ain't gonna be no more glitz and glamour, because it's gonna be then where you're gonna want justice. It's gonna be then you're gonna want people to step up. It's gonna be then you want the community to do something. You're gonna want the police to do something. Meanwhile, while we have the opportunity, while we have the air to breathe, understand that these people are creating these children. These are factory-made babies, and their babies are becoming grown, shiesty, and crazy. Yes. Which leads to today's conversation. And I'm going to get people's going to be upset when I say this, especially your so-called patriotic Americans. Y'all going to get mad. But I'm saying this, I'm bringing this forth to make my people, my black people, remember, because we seem to have forgotten. Like I said in the last two podcasts, we have accepted the blue face over the blueprint. See, we had a blueprint. That blueprint was always with one agenda. That agenda was, let my people go. But now brothers want to sit still and get to the bag, because the blue face matches their blue face, until they're dead, shot, and then really have a blue face. And that blue face can't even get them enough money to get a decent court case. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? But again, today's broadcast is going to be a lovely one, and we're going to talk about it. Today's broadcast is what? Your slave masters was the first deadbeats. Let's talk about it. Yes, I said it. The slave masters was the first deadbeats of this world. Yes, they was. Your forefathers, your presidents, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, Andrew Jackson. You know all these people that got their faces on the dollar bills that you guys are chasing and fighting and willing to kill for? Oh yeah, those people was your first deadbeats. And pregnant slave women, your parents. This is why a lot of children are infested. We have been infused with the other side's DNA, and you see why we're so destructive amongst each other, because these people don't have order. They don't have compassion. They don't have a soul. They don't have a care. And you guys thinking I'm lying when I say these things. You know, the first sister, let me pull this up off my phone. Let me pull this up. I'm going to give you a little education. Let me give you a little education. This was a 17-year-old enslaved black woman who underwent 30 traumatic experimental surgeries without anesthesia. Her name was Anarchia Westcott. Okay. So see, I'm bringing these things forward because it seems that we have forgotten where we at. We seem to have forgotten what this place called America is. You guys really think America is a country? America is not a country. America is a corporation. And a corporation that makes is or becomes prosperous off the capitalization of people of poverty, people of color. And now that the people of color has been, how should I say this, expendable, you no longer need a black man, black woman. They got so-called Mexicans to fill that void now. Because they do it for cheaper, they do it quicker, and all they need in return is a corona and a signed document letter. You understand me? You understand? This is why they're turning you guys into killers. Kill each other, yes. Kill, murder. Telling women that, yeah, sell your body. Every black woman that I see now, everybody got a tight dress on, showing that I look good, having men lust over them. You should see how TikTok is operating. Oh my G's. You should see how these social media is promoting our black women to just be sex objects. To get pregnant and have these people kill your child. Make you get a C-section, which is a quick $60,000. Take your child premature, put him on an IGNU, and do whatever they want to do. Have run experiment on your child. This is what they're doing. Courtesy on your black women. But the first slave masters, the first deadbeats was your slave masters. Your slave masters, your slave capturers, those that captured slaves, that was having sex slaves all across the world. What you think they was doing? They was taking black women, shipping them to places like Spain, all through Europe, through Virginia, Kentucky, Alabama. The list goes on. And all they was doing was raping, infesting them with diseases, and shipping them, getting them pregnant, and leave that woman to raise that child by herself. And these people got the audacity to talk about child support. Where's our support? Where's our money? Before you start locking black men for being deadbeats, something that you guys created, an agenda that was orchestrated and started by you guys. Before you start doing all of this foolishness, how about you pay what you owe? A lot of us have so-called European descent, European blood, not because we wanted a relationship with them, because they was raped, molested. Yes, they was raped, molested, taken advantage of. Some children that was used by these so-called forefathers, even people like what's his name, Christopher Columbus, was having sexual relationships with minors, children, getting them pregnant and ship them right back. Oh, my bad. The best they would do is allow them to come in the house. And when they came in the house, they had a little shed. You know, Thomas Jefferson had an underground where he would finish being with his wife and say, "Yo, hey, honey, I'm going downstairs to go do some sheddings, or I'm going into my office." And he had a tunnel, and he was out here violating black women. Violating. Sleeping with women against their will. Impregnating them and disowning them. Child coming out light-skinned as everything and not claiming one bit of it. Could care less. In fact, let me show how wicked these people are. These people are so wicked that they used to also get these women impregnated, take the child, and sell it. Sell it. Facts. Look up Andrew Jackson. Like I said, you know that money that you guys are willing to kill for, just know that these people, anytime you see people is celebrated put on monuments or on dollar bills or have a portrait or a statue anytime or have a holiday. Anytime you see these individuals, these heathens, these children of Cain be revered and honored and loved, just know it's off the backs of the slaughter and the murder of people of color. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. People of color. And the sad thing is when I see black men and black women go for the opposite sex, knowing damn well what they have done to our family, knowing damn well what their ancestors has done to us. I can never. You know how disrespectful that is to those brothers and sisters who was literally on that field, the husbands that had to literally suck it up and eat the fact that his wife or his daughter was being raped. These heathens will literally come into the shack with their security, have everybody locked up in a room, dogs, guns, all of these things is out while they made their way with our people, with our sisters, impregnate them and disappear. And it wasn't just one. It wasn't just twice. It wasn't even 3 times a lady. It was not even that. These heathens was going from block to block, and they used to talk about it, brag about it. And they were like, word, you was doing that? Oh, man, yo, bro, oh, man, you got to try this nigger pussy right here. Pardon my language, but this is how they talking. This nigger vagina is amazing, man. You should see how they shake it. They're better than my wife. Word? Yeah. I'm going to do it too. So it explains why our colored people have so much anger, so much hatred, and don't know where this is stemming from. It's stemming from because some of you guys' blood has been tainted and you haven't overcome the trauma. You haven't suppressed that DNA. You haven't suppressed that energy, that wickedness. Because these people, let me tell you something. When you make food out of love, it tastes good, right? If I do something out of love, it's felt, right? If I do something out of evil, whatever comes out of that evil it is what it is, right? So if I genuinely do something and rape a woman, that's evil. So whatever she brings forth is going to be evil. Not to mention that woman is now traumatized, and that traumatization is going to be passed on to these children. These children is going to pick up on this matter. They're going to take it out on each other. You understand? They're going to take it out on each other. And when it comes to this time now, this generational hatred has been passed down and passed down. So when we get to here now, with all of this confusion, we can't even pinpoint what's causing colored people to be so devilish, wicked, and evil. Yes. This is why they got the TV shows. This is why they got the movies, the music. It's all because if all that type of spirit, that evilness, all it needs is to hear it, and it triggers. We all can agree to it. You ever hear a song and it just feels something in your soul, but you fight it like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Facts. I remember one time I'm driving, Future's playing, and you know I'm like, yeah, I'm dubbing. Song come on, I'm rapping the lyrics. Like, ooh, had a wicked spirit come upon me. I was like, oh, I had to catch myself. Like, yo, this joint is real. So now just imagine somebody that's already contaminated. You know, they said the worst thing you could do to a child is a child being in a single parent household. Guess what, people? From the minute we was off these slave ships, you was in a single parent household. We were the slave master was a deadbeat, and even the Father in heaven wasn't there. So we was literally in a single household. Hence, what you see going on today in 2023, Matrix here. Oh yeah, they don't want to talk about things like this. They always want to show you all the glory, all the great things that they've done. Oh, he was the first president. This nigga George Washington had an upper lip full of black people mouths. Are you dumb? Upper lip full of black people mouth, full of teeth. Probably the tongue was not even his. But we running around here holding these dudes into high regards, killing each other just for a face that don't even fit your description. Don't even fit your description. And we would kill for it. We would rob, we would steal, we would murder. Like the scripture says, you are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you shall do. When you see a black man and he has no problem molesting a child, just know what DNA is inside of him. When you see a black man that has no problem loading up a gun, as much situations I had in my life, I never once thought about, yo, I'm gonna load up a gun and I'm gonna go take son's life. We talk about it because this is what we exposed to. You know, you gotta be a gangster, which was another creation from the factory. Gangsters don't run in our households. We don't know what that is. This is a European teachings that came from wherever they was at and brought that over here. Okay? This is a fact. Fact. So now you got us as children, no dad, deadbeats. And we come out full of trauma. Our mothers traumatized. Any woman that ever been raped, molested, it takes a lot to overcome that. And shout out to all those that overcame that. But even that's a journey. That's a continuous battle. It takes a woman that goes through that will take probably a whole lifetime to even develop a level of trust. Not just for the black man, but for the people that have done it, the colored skin that have done it. They ain't just gonna easily just be, compliant. And again, when I see colored people doing that, it's like, fam, have you forgotten? Miss me with that. Oh, that was not us. That was thousands of years ago. And that was hundreds of years ago. And that was the forefathers. Nah, homie, because y'all still reaping the benefits of our demise. That's what I tell anybody. Every time a European or Arab or whoever comes to me and says, yo, man, yeah, that was messed up. That was wrong. I wish we could fix it. And give that sympathy talk. I tell them one thing. Oh, word, you want to do something about it? Yeah, whatever we can do. I'll say, hey, let's switch positions. Let's switch roles. Let's put the black man on top where he was originally at. Let's put it. Let us get back our throne. You guys do whatever you guys been doing before you hijacked, murdered, slaughtered, raped, kidnapped. And you do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do, and we'll holler. Complete silence. They would never give that up. For who? For you? For me? Of course not. Why would they? So I say that for one reason. Don't come over here and give me no sympathy trip. If you ain't about to denounce your position that you stole from us, don't tell me that. Give back all the gold that you stole. Don't give me that. I could care less for all of that. Facts. And again, this is not a race thing. This is a truth thing. This is a truth thing. Like I tell everybody, my main objective is one objective is to get the hood into the kingdom. I can care less for anything else. I can care less for anybody else's problems. I can't focus on yours when mine is not even taken care of. I can't focus on yours when mine is not even being looked upon. You, these factories is causing the chaos, and then they got the factory workers waiting on the sidelines to lock us up, take us down, murder us, even rape us again. But any black man that's on that type of time, just know you are that coconut. There's no black in you. You are a murderer. You got the evil spirit in you. You got that dirty, contaminated blood. People's gonna be like, yo, Jones, why are you talking like that, man? We are all equal. No, we're not. And they know we're not. We are not all equal. I'm gonna do the next podcast, and I'm gonna congratulate the world calling us 3/5 of the man. See, you guys get too emotional and be upset for that, when in reality, that's what we are. We are 3/5 of a human. You're right, because the Father never created a human. He created male and female. So you could miss me. I'm never gonna be 3/5 of no goddamn human. I'm not a human. Who created that? Who created that name, that term? It wasn't of God. So by default, I don't wanna be down. I prefer being 3/4 or 3/5 of a man, of a human, excuse me. I prefer that. Because a human is only a European, okay? They the ones that created it. You're not qualified to be one of us. You're not qualified to vote. You is absolutely right, sir. I am not. This is not my land. This is not my rule. This is not my time to shine. So who am I to partake and want to be just like the enemy, knowing that the enemy was the first deadbeat of society and has taught us black men to do the same exact thing. But the difference is the law is against us. The law has, or should I say the factory has brainwashed our women and told our women, oh yeah, you need to cash out on this nigga. And the woman who once upon a time had her legs open saying, oh baby, oh I love this, to now, oh yeah, I would like to have this man pay child support. This is where we at. And nobody don't say nothing. This is where we at. Everything is cool. This is my man's. I love him. Though when things go bad, you run to the very exact people that did the same exact thing to your Annie, to your Annie, to your granny, to your mammy, to somebody in your family. See when it rhymes? Because it's meant to go together. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Father, tell them. So I try to figure out how can this place called America demoralize, crucify men, black men, calling us deadbeats, having shows, putting on some Murray, having people coming on social media, talking bad, saying this is why you shouldn't deal with no nigga, doing all of this, when the very forefathers, the very own leaders of this so-called new world was the biggest deadbeats of them all. Millions of children are running around in this land called America with the blood of a slave master, off rape and molestation. Oh yeah. They're not gonna like when I say that. They're gonna say, yo man, you wildin', bro. Can't talk like that. Yeah, that's them. And now it has trickled down to now black man is looking forward to doing that. But see, the difference is the black man get demoralized. He get demonized. Wow. The people, your forefathers, they get praised, they get honored, they get put on a dollar bill. They get put on money, put on coins, make a statue, make you guys praise these suckers every single day. Every chance that they get, you guys will give praise and honor to, because that's what you're told. And this is my problem. And this is why I repeat, I only care for colored people problems. And when I put this up on these heathens platforms, watch these racial things come around and say things like F you nigger or go back to Africa. Listen, I don't mind. We would love to go back to Africa. We would love to go back to Africa. But when we leave, don't call us back, because we know history has shown and proven that you guys can't function by yourselves. You need us. This is why you're trying to create these AI foolishness. But guess what? The AIs are going to malfunction, and they might even turn on you. You didn't see iRobot? Everything is in plain sight. You better watch out now. You better watch out now. I had a conversation with my son 5, man. Shout out to my son 5, man. We was having a conversation, and my son Mano. We was having a conversation, right? And the conversation was how everything is gone digital. Everything is gone digital. And I said to him, you notice why everything is going digital, why everything is AI, electric, et cetera, is because they realize that the more advanced the technology, in order for the technology has to be advanced, the human being, the person, the male, the man, the woman, the children, they have to be dumbed down. So every time you see technologies getting advanced, just know that the man's IQ has dropped tremendously. Comprehension gone. Emotionals at the highest. Everybody's on a level of defense. You can't say nothing without somebody rationally just thinking through before commenting. We are living in a time where saying something might offend somebody, and everybody got something to say. People are going to have something to say when this drop. But like I tell everybody, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to talk about it. I'm not going to hide myself. I'm not going to hide my hand. I'm not going to do none of that. I'm going to tell you what it is. Facts. Because like Day said to Craig and Friday, he said, you don't live here. I gotta live here. But if I get them doing with them, just move. Yeah, that's me. I gotta deal with all of this. Like I just told you, somebody just got shot. I can literally walk from where I was at, from where my mom's crib to that area. Guess what? I walk there every day. I walk there all the time. I drive down there all the time. My moms go jogging around there all the time. These are the things that's going on. These are the things that's going on, and nobody want to talk about it because you want to be entertained. See, the entertainment is the reason why you're contained, because you're being entertained. This is the reason why you're being contained. This is the reason why you're unable to speak. You're unable to move, because you're contained. And you get in a sponsor, he makes sure that you're content with the money and the wages that you receive. And in return, you're just gonna sit back and relax. You're gonna go into these football games. You're gonna go to these basketball games. You're gonna go to the parties. You wanna go to the movies. You wanna partake in everything, but forgot the one thing. And that one thing is, we are in the hands of our enemies. They will always be your enemies. It will never change at all. We need to wake the heck up now. You understand? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Okay? This is not no laughing matter. It's not. And when you start understanding these things, you will start getting a better perspective. The Father will give you more intel, more revelations, so you can be able to see these people for what they are, see them for what they've done. Like the scripture says, you shall judge the earth. You're placing judgment now. What I'm telling you is judgment now. How dare these people have the audacity to chase down, ruin black people's lives based on supposedly being a deadbeat, when these people who are revered and honored and respected got a whole Mount Rushmore. All of these suckers that was on this Mount Rushmore are pedophiles, rapists, had plenty of slave women, impregnate, got them, had children, and abandoned them. Plenty of them. People is right now talking about we want a DNA test. This is what they're doing. Hundreds of years later, people is now coming out talking about we want a test. And these heathens know that they did this, but they'll fight it to the end because they don't want no association. Because why? It's gonna hinder their name. It's gonna tamper with their name. It's gonna make them what? Less important? Please, you niggas been doing this. Please. You will always find a way to honor these people. Always. Because this is what you do. This is what you do. See, people like myself, we ain't trying to do that. We ain't one with that at all. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? We ain't that. Once upon a time, before slavery, fathers embraced being a father in their children's lives. In fact, the child was always with the father, learning things. You can see it in the scriptures. You can read it through history. It's when we started becoming slaves and put in captivity, and these heathens made their way into our women. When they started doing that, that's when all hell started breaking loose. And this is the outcome of it right now. In 2023, this is the outcome. These children that's running around have the blood of Cain running all through them. Because only a wicked person will come into a land, will go into a tent, will go into what you call those little things, them little huts that they used to have the slaves in, to go in there, drag a woman, take a woman against her will, take her into the basement because you don't even have enough respect to do it on your own bed. Take them into the basement, into the shack, and rape them and ejaculate and then get them pregnant and then say, get that nigger baby out my face. He's too black. Facts. Fast forward to 2023, and all you see these people are doing is promoting interrace. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. I am not afraid to speak the truth. And for all those that want to argue and say, yo, that's not right, yo, not everybody's like that, I'm going to say one thing and one thing only. Never forget what they've done to your ancestors. I can never forget that. I can never forget or even read that these people, these heathens, these evil, wicked people would write about or have things written of them having slaves and raping and breaking their backs and disowning them. Yes, your slave masters was the first deadbeat. Your forefathers was the first deadbeats. And they love it. And they'll continue doing it. They're going to continue doing it. They're doing it now. They get these colored women, they impregnating them. They'll be in that child's life temporarily, and then they're gonna seek a divorce. Shame on you. Shame on the people that compromise themselves to deal with that, and shame on these people that continuously want to do that. Shame on you. Shame on you. But I digress. So for you guys and the law and the system that's throwing the book at brothers and sisters who's unable to take care of their children. And don't get me wrong, there are those that are running around that don't want to do sugar honey iced tea. This is a fact. This is a fact. And those that's on that type of time, fire and brimstones. You need to be out the way. You need to be taken out the way too. Listen, there's no filter. But I know that this behavior that you guys are doing is a taught behavior. Some of you guys have seen it over years and years of watching it on TV, hearing brothers talk about it. Right? So I get it. Or you just got the straight bloodline of these demons that ejaculated their woman off traumatization, molestation, rape. I'm telling you, any person that goes through that and bears a child, that child is going to embrace and take on every negative energy it can have. And you're going to get what you're seeing right now in the community. But I'll leave it as that. It's your brother, man, from the motherland. Listen, this was a nice, quick, short one. Nothing too crazy. You know what I'm saying? I had to just get this off my chest because I'm sick and tired of society depicting black men like the worst thing on the face of this earth. But the people that did the most wicked and evil on the face of this earth are honored, respected, and loved. We're not doing that no more. So it's time for brothers and sisters to start speaking up. Speak up. Let your voice be heard. Talk to me. Let me know what's on your mind so I can bring it forth. Because my objective, I am the voice for the voiceless. The repenter dies the voice for the voiceless. In fact, you better wake up or you're going to die. It's your brother, man, from the motherland. I came to you guys live from the NY. For those that don't know who I am, again, my name is Jones for the Bantu champ, okay? By blood, not by converse. You know I'm out here splurge, right? And again, my name, a.k.a. Jones, right? No, it's a.k.a. Mr. Keep My Foot on you heathens, you he-gros, and the newly installed Heathenites next. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Father, say it one time for the one time. And I'ma holla at y'all. One.